Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and today is one of the most important days in the entire history of the Call of Duty series, because this may very well be the day that futuristic Call of Duties go away forever, and old school Call of Duties, classic Call of Duty games, retake the center stage. So, if you guys don't know what's going on here, Activision Blizzard released their fourth quarter 2016 report this afternoon. If you guys want to check out that report for yourselves, feel free to do so. I'll leave a link to the PDF down there in the video description. In there, you're going to find a bunch of facts and figures about Activision Blizzard and all their various games, but in particular, you're going to find this graphic that has a couple of things written up about the Call of Duty series. It has a lot of good information there, but the most important one, of course, is the 2017 title will take Call of Duty back to its roots. Ladies and gentlemen, COD 2017 is going to have traditional movement. It's going to be a classic style Call of Duty game, and this is so freaking incredible. I can't even begin to express how I'm feeling right now, but I'm definitely going to try. But before I do that, I would like to say that Sledgehammer Games put this on Twitter this afternoon after everybody started to learn that COD 2017 is going to take the series back to its roots, and I'm really excited for COD 2017. I'm very excited to see what Sledgehammer has in store for us. Now, in a call after the report was released, Activision did go on to say that traditional combat will once again take center stage in the Call of Duty series, and they noted that the space setting did not resonate with players, and Infinite Warfare was not the success that they had planned for it to be. Whew, guys, it's over. It's freaking over. The era of advanced movement in the Call of Duty series is over, at least for a year. At least for 1 year with COD 2017, we are going to be taking the series back to its roots with a focus on traditional combat, which most likely means we're not going to be featuring any elements from space or anything like that, because they specifically said in the call that that setting did not resonate with fans, and it did not lead them to the type of success that they had actually planned for. Now, what does this mean for Call of Duty 2017? Well, movement mechanics aside, we really have no idea. I mean, when they say they're going to take the series back to its roots, that certainly hints to me that it's going to be a World War II game, because 4 of the first 5 Call of Duty games were actually World War II, but that doesn't necessarily mean the game is going to be World War II. They could just mean that they're going to go back to gritty historic wars. I mean, Sledgehammer was working back in the day on a now canceled third-person Vietnam Call of Duty game. Perhaps they're going to try and pick up the pieces of that and give us a full-fledged first-person Vietnam game. That definitely sounds interesting. It's an era that hasn't really been explored whatsoever in the Call of Duty series. Perhaps they're going to have a modern setting. They could even have a semi-futuristic setting with what they've actually described to us here. Everything is pretty much up in the air, and unfortunately, we are probably a few months away from getting any real information regarding Call of Duty 2017, because we usually start to get official information in late April and early May. So until then, guys, beware the false prophet, right? I've talked about that in the past, but always try to beware the false prophet when it comes to these Call of Duty leaks, because I can guarantee you guys, we are going to see tons and tons of leaks and articles from shady websites that we've never actually heard about before until this article popped up, and I'm sure we're going to see tons upon tons of shaky camera footage of people pointing their phones at screens in dark rooms, and it's just best to ignore all of it the best that you can. But good God almighty, we are very excited, and I'm sure we're going to do our best to avoid it, but it's going to be tough to avoid because we want to know everything about this game, but we are several months away from actually learning anything about this. Now, I know I did mention to try to beware leaks and try to beware the false prophet and stuff like that, but just in case you guys missed it, I did post another video this afternoon in regards to Modern Warfare Remastered, because 2 new weapons have actually been leaked. They are showing up in the game files on PC, and they've actually been leaked by the same people that have leaked everything so far, who have a 100% accuracy rating so far with their leaks. So definitely check out that video. But guys, COD 2017 is going to be boots on the ground. It's going to focus on classic combat. It's going to be made by Sledgehammer Games, which in my opinion makes pretty good Call of Duty games. They've made one so far, right? One by themselves anyway, and that was Advanced Warfare. Well, I did a series you guys may have actually watched called The Return to, where I returned to every Call of Duty game from COD 4 up until Black Ops 3, which was of course the current game at the time, where I would just go back and play the game live and discuss the legacy of the game and how the game was then versus how it is now, and the ideas and everything about the game in general. And my conclusion on Advanced Warfare was I hated the movement, I hated supply drops and everything about that, but I did really enjoy the weapons in the game, and I enjoyed the maps and the kill streaks in the game. Like, they had, at a fundamental level, it was a very good game with the actual Call of Duty core mechanics. It was just the extra stuff they threw on there, supply drops and exo movement and stuff like that, which ruined the game for a lot of people. So if we have a Sledgehammer game that has Advanced Warfare style weapons, customizable kill streaks like we saw in Advanced Warfare, and the amazing Advanced Warfare maps, then I think we're gonna have a pretty freaking good Call of Duty game. Now, of course, you can say what you want about the BAL or the ball and the SM1. Sure, those things had issues in the game, but overall, I thought it was a pretty fun Call of Duty game at a mechanics level, and I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like in Call of Duty 2017, now that we're not going to be dashing through the air in metal suits and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say on this. I do as well, but I'm going to try my best to keep this video short because I'm just going to start just blowing feels at you guys, because we've had so many futuristic Call of Duty games in a row, right? We've had more futuristic Call of Duty games at this point than we have actually World War II Call of Duty games, and now we're at a situation where we're actually going to see a return to form in the Call of Duty series, and this may actually be the first in a long series, because, you know, when they first gave us Advanced Warfare, it was futuristic. Then we had Black Ops 3, futuristic. Now we have Infinite Warfare, futuristic. Just a bunch of these super futuristic games all in a row. Perhaps we're going to have a bunch of classic Call of Duty games in a row for a change, and the series is going to have a return to form, a bit of a resurgence with the community. It's going to go back to the player base and the sales numbers that had back. Just, there's so much I could say here, guys, and I know I'm rambling. I know I'm speaking very quickly. Just, it's freaking, I'm so excited. This is awesome, and I hope you guys share my excitement. The Call of Duty series is going to go back to its roots, and maybe let's not get our hopes up too much. I mean, we don't know anything about the game besides it's not going to be set in space, it's not going to have exosuits, and it's going to have traditional combat, but aside from that, we don't really know too much. So let's wait until April, let's wait until May, let's see what the game is about, let's try to reserve our excitement, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, this is such great news for people that want Call of Duty to go back to its roots. It's actually going to, and I could not be more excited, and I can't wait to see what the overall COD community is going to say in response to this. I'm very excited. Once again, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the links down there in the video description, as well as check out the previous video I posted this afternoon, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.